The startup dream. Leo quit his stable job on a Monday. He had a laptop and a bold idea. He wanted to change how people buy plants. His garage became his new glass office. The air smelled of hope and old tires. He called his best friend, Maya, to help. Maya was a genius with mobile app code. They spent 18 hours a day typing away. Caffeine was the only fuel they really had. The first prototype crashed during the main test. Leo stared at the screen with tired eyes. "We need more memory," Maya said softly. They sold their furniture to buy better servers. Leo slept on a thin mat near the door. Success felt like a mountain they must climb. They launched the app on a rainy Tuesday. 0 downloads appeared on the global dashboard. Leo felt a heavy knot in his chest. "Give it time," Maya whispered to the room. On day 4, the first order finally arrived. A woman in Maine wanted a small cactus. Leo packed the box with shaking, happy hands. He wrote a personal note of deep thanks. Word began to spread across the social web. The Green Thumb app was suddenly trending. 10 orders grew into 100 by noon. The garage was now full of green leaves. They hired 2 neighbors to help with packing. An investor called Leo from a sunny coast. He offered $1 million for a small stake. Leo looked at Maya across the crowded room. They decided to stay independent for now. Growth brought new and very difficult problems. The servers crashed under the heavy new traffic. Customers sent angry emails about late plants. Leo felt the pressure of 1,000 lives. He missed the quiet days of just coding. Maya worked until her fingers felt quite numb. They moved into a real office downtown. The walls were white and the glass tall. Leo wore a suit for the first time. He missed his old, stained yellow t-shirt. Meetings replaced the time he spent with soil. The startup dream felt like a fast race. They hit 1 million users in 1 year. Leo stood on a stage and gave thanks. The lights were bright and the crowd cheered. But Leo felt a strange, hollow silence inside. He went back to the garage that night. He sat on the floor and breathed deep. He realized the joy was in the building. The dream was not the money or fame. It was the first cactus sent to Maine. He called Maya and shared a quiet laugh. They started planning a brand new secret project. The cycle of creation began once again. Building something from nothing is the real win. Leo found his spark in the dark garage. The startup dream is a never-ending path. Every ending is just a brand new start. He looked at the dusty old work table. The first plant he grew still sat there. It was a small, resilient green ivy vine. It had survived the heat and the cold. Leo watered it with a steady, careful hand. The company grew larger than his wildest thoughts. They hired 50 people in just 1 month. Maya became the head of the technical team. She still wore her favorite worn-out hoodie. They kept the culture humble and very kind. Leo refused to buy a fancy Italian car. He kept his old bike for the commute. The city streets were busy and very loud. He liked the wind on his tired face. One day, a young boy visited the office. He wanted to know how to start out. Leo sat him down and gave him tea. Find a problem that needs a real fix. Don't worry about the money at the start. Focus on the person on the other side. The boy listened with wide, bright, curious eyes. Leo saw his younger self in that chair. He felt the circle was finally quite complete. Helping others grow was the biggest reward yet. The sun set behind the tall city towers. The office lights flickered on one by one. Maya walked in with 2 large pepperoni pizzas. "Remember when we split one small apple?" They laughed until their sides began to ache. Those lean years were the most beautiful ones. They built a legacy out of simple dirt. The app was now used in 80 countries. Millions of homes were now much more green. Leo looked out at the glowing city lights. He felt a deep sense of quiet peace. The startup dream was finally a solid reality. But his heart stayed in that small garage, where a laptop and a dream first met. The journey is always better than the goal. Every line of code tells a human story.